Hello everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep and welcome again to this session that we are having today on DILR discussion. So I'm sure that you all are aware of this part that we already had a discussion of this slot 1 of 2019 question paper, DILR. So I did that a few days back. So now it is about slot 2 that we are going to discuss. So there actually what we did that we had taken four sets in the first part of it, but then two sets in the second part, two sets in the third part. It got a bit stretched. But in our today's session, what are we going to do? We are going to take them, all of them, in basically in two slots only. So in today's class, I'll be taking up four sets from the paper, and the next class I'll be taking four more sets. This is how we'll be going ahead. Hi Rahul Dravid, I'm good. I'm quite better than before. Hi, good afternoon Aman. Good afternoon Devika. Very good afternoon guys. And good afternoon to all the other people as well who are able to hear me right now or see me right now, or the people who would be watching it in the recorded session. Good afternoon Sahadev Sawant. Good afternoon Gaurav Gupta. Arey wah. So Gaurav sir, you are already in UK. Why are you watching this session? I mean, you are just wasting your time, I think. Isn't it? Good afternoon, everyone. Very good afternoon. I think we can start with our session straight away. So the first, that we are discussing the slot 2 of CAT 2019. And first thing is that we need to know that at what score we had what kind of percentile. So of course, this is about those days when CAT used to have a specific format where there were 8 sets in each and every slot of LRDI. So we had 2019 slot 2 had 8 sets. Each set was of 4 questions, so in total there were 32 questions, each question of 3 marks. So ultimately the exam was of 96 marks. A 99.5 percentile was there at a score of 57 out of 96. A 99 percentile at 53, then 38 by 95, and I think this is wrongly written. It should be somewhere around 33, I suppose. Now this 57 means 19 questions. 53 means approximately 18 questions. 38 means approximately 13 questions, and I think at around 10 to 11 questions, it must have been a 90 percentile for all the people. So, good afternoon, Amrit Bedi. Hello, good afternoon, Pramod. Good afternoon, very good afternoon, guys. 4 sets, 5 questions this time. Rahul, no one knows about this. I mean, the pattern can be exactly same as that of last year as well. So last year, the way we had 2 sets of 6 questions and 2 sets of 4 questions. So who knows that probably they might go with the same thing. So this 99.5 percentile came behind me. 99 percentile, 95 percentile, and a 90 percentile. So these are the equivalent scores. So when we are doing these questions, of course, you will have an idea that, okay, if these are the type of questions or this is the difficulty level of the paper, then how many could you have attempted? At least you will get an idea about that. कि अच्छा मैं होता पेपर में तो मैं इतने कर पाता. That means I am very close to this percentile. That's what you would be thinking of. Okay. So let's start with the sets now. So there were 8 sets. One of the sets was our radar chart, one was grouping and selection, then we had scatter plot, Venn diagrams, games and tournaments. So it was a mixture of all the things, but we had 2 questions on grouping and selection in that year. And out of these 8 sets, as I said, we are going to discuss 4 of them today. So the first 4 I am discussing in this class, and the next 4 I'll be discussing in the next class. Rahul, no one knows that how many DR or DI or how many LR would be there, but yes, generally we have more of LRs than DIs. So I think I made a mistake of putting myself in front of these topics. But anyways, I've spoken about it, so I'm sure that you would have heard of it. Okay. So let's move on, guys. इससे आगे बढ़ जाते हैं हम लोग सीधा सीधा. So practice set 1, which is on radar chart. Let's start with this set. So first of all, just have a look at this information. After that, we will start discussing them. And I'm going to do them pretty fast. फटाफट करेंगे. सारे set discuss करेंगे. फटाफट does not mean that I'm going to be in a hurry. फटाफट means that we'll be discussing everything. But yes, we'll be able to grasp them as soon as possible. Here is the first set. All of you have a look at this set and then we'll start doing it. And I would request all of you to just share this session on any of the groups wherever you are. I'm in Telegram or WhatsApp. So somehow people sometimes do not know about it, that the session is going on, and attending a session live always has a better impression, I would say. So please share it in WhatsApp or Telegram group if you can. Thank you, Rahul. Namaste, Tribikram. Okay. I feel games and tournaments are comparatively hard. How to clear them? Do not clear them. See, all the sets cannot be from games and tournaments. Whenever you find a set is too difficult, just leave it. We just talked about it, that out of these 8 sets, even if you would have done 4 sets, that means half of them, 16 questions, it could have taken you somewhere around 99 plus percentile. Okay, I hope all of you have seen the data. A large store has only 3 departments: clothing, production, and electronics. The following figure shows the percentages of revenue and cost from these departments for the year 2016, 17, and 18. The dotted line depicts the percentage levels. So, for example, in 2016, 50% of store's revenue came from electronics department and 40% of its costs were incurred in the produce department. So, for example, as you can see on the screen, there are 3 colors. Blue color is for 2016, orange color is for 2017, green color is for 2018. So he says in 2016, 50% of store's revenue came from the electronics department. If you look at the revenue of 2016, electronics department mein it is this figure. The innermost triangle is representing 10%. This triangle is for 10%. Then we had the second triangle for 20%. Third triangle for 30%, fourth triangle for 40%, outermost triangle is representing 50%. Because electronics is on the outermost triangle, that means it is representing 50% of 2016. Whereas when we talk about costs in 2016, it is here, which is at at what percent? Sorry, 2017 mega 40%, and 2016 it will be 30%. So this is what the question is talking about. So 50% of stores revenue came from electronics department, 40% of costs were produce department. So produce department में 40% है. यहाँ वाला अगर आप figure देखोगे, this is represented by 2016 में produce department's cost percentage. So once the data is understood, after that you can easily do the questions, I think easily. So what I have done in this set, so I put up these graphs on the next page so that you all can see these two graphs, right? So on the left hand side, it is a graph of cost. On the right hand side, it's a graph of revenue. Plus he says, profit is given by revenue minus cost. So basically revenue is more or less working like a selling price. Selling price minus the cost price is equal to the profit, and that profit as a percentage of cost is equal to profit percentage. Profit as a percentage of cost is the profit percentage. That's what we are going to have here. So ये तो हमें normally भी पता है, तो इस पे ज़्यादा दिमाग लगाने की ज़रूरत है नहीं. Now, there is some more information given to us. It is also known that the percentage profit for the store in 16 was 100%. The store's revenue doubled from 16 to 17 and the cost doubled from 16 to 18. There was no profit from electronics department, and there is lot more information. I will be talking about all this information on the upcoming pages. उनको एक एक करके हम लोग check करेंगे. How should we do them? So let's first of all start with the graph thing. पहले मैं graph से शुरुआत कर रहा हूँ. Let's all try to understand the graph first. I am making my picture a little smaller so that you all can see that easily. Okay. And rather, let me just remove this and let me come down over here. This will be better. Okay, so that we have a lot of space to do things. So ये ज़्यादा ठीक रहेगा. After that, you would be able to see the table as well. So now what am I doing over here? First of all, I'm saying, yeah, bar I have to go to this graph. I have to understand this again. I have to see which triangle represents 10%, 20%, 30%. Isn't it better to write them once in a table for all, so that we don't have to go to the graph again and again? So this is my opinion. Always I do this only whenever I am doing a question based upon this. I always do this कि पहले मैं जहां पे भी ग्राफ मुझे थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट लगता है, मेक अ टेबल, आई पुट डाउन ऑल दी वैल्यूज. जैसे 2016 में रेवेन्यू के बारे में बात हो रही है, दैट इज हियर. So this figure is 20% for clothing. So 20% is for clothing. For produce, it is how much? 30%. So 30% is for produce, and 50% is for electronics. So 50% is here. Similarly, when I talk about 2017 now, that is the orange figure. Here it is 30%. So I have written 30% over here. Then I have the orange figure here, which is 40%. So I have written 40% here. The third one is 30%. So I have written 30% over here. Then I go to 2018, the green figure. So this is 40% over here. So 40% लिख लिया हम लोगों ने. Then again this is also equal to 40%, and the last figure has to be 20%. So that way I get the figures for revenue. Similarly, I can get all these figures for cost as well. I hope you can understand it. If anyone is having a question at this point, can tell me. In my opinion, you would have understood the graph well. एक बार आपको graph समझ आ गया है, you would be able to make all these tables. You would be able to fill up all these figures easily. Once for the revenue part, and of course after that you can do it for the cost part as well. So I have written the values for revenue already. For cost also we can do it. I'm not wasting my time on that, because if this part is understood, you can do that as well. So I've written all these values in a table over here. As you can see on the screen, 2016, 2017, 2018 वो सारी figures मैंने next page पे already एक table के अंदर लिख दी. What about the total revenue, total cost and total profit of 16, 17, 18? That I'm going to know from these things now. जो यहाँ पर मेरे पास लिखी हुई है. Let's start using them. The percentage profit for the store in 16 was 100%. So percentage profit is equal to 100%. And if a profit is 100%, can I straight away say that revenue is double of the cost? The selling price is double of the cost. जितना cost है उतना ही profit होगा. So cost and profit are equal. Only in that case you have 100% profit. So I've written x over here and 2x over here. Second, store's revenue doubled from 16 to 17. So 16 से 17 में revenue double हो गया. So it would have become 4x. And its cost doubled from 16 to 18. यहाँ से यहाँ cost double हो गई है. So this must have become 2x over here. That's the second. Third, there was no profit from electronics department in 2017. What does that mean? In electronics department, 2017, there is no profit. So can I say the revenue of electronics department is equal to the cost of electronics department, right everyone? The revenue of electronics department in 2017 is equal to the cost. Okay, only then there would be no profit. So revenue is 30% of total revenue, and total revenue is 4x. So can I say 30% of 4x is equal to 40% of the cost? 30% of 4x is equal to 40% of the cost, which straight away means the cost is equal to 3x. So I can write this figure here as 3x. I repeat once more. He says from electronics department, right? From the electronics department, there is no profit. No profit means the cost is equal to revenue. What is the revenue from electronics department? It is 30%. 30% of total revenue of 17, which is 4x. So 30% of 4x, which is equal to 1.2x, should be equal to the cost of electronics department, which is 40% of total. 40% of total का मतलब ये है whatever the cost is, 40% of that should be equal to 1.2x. वहां से मुझे cost मिल गया 3x for 2017. Right? I hope you understood this part. Then fourth part says in 2018 the revenue from clothing department, it was the same as the cost incurred in the produce department, that is this. So 40% of revenue from here is 50% of cost from here, and the total cost of 2018 is already known to us, it is 2x. So can I say 2x ka 50%, which is 1x, is 40% of revenue? So revenue ka 40% is equal to 1x. So what is the revenue? Revenue will be equal to 5x from there. So I can say this is equal to 5x. I hope this part is also understood. So I've got all the values in terms of x, rather, sorry, 2.5x, not 5x. I'm really sorry. 40% of 2.5x is equal to x. So I can do one thing, that I can write x in terms of something else, some variable or some constant. To understand things better, I can say कि x की value चलो 100 मान लेते हैं. If this is 100, this would be equal to 200, this is equal to 300, this is equal to 400, this is 200, this is 250. I can get the profits as well, or you can write them in terms of variables as well. So that's completely up to you. Whatever is more comfortable to you, keep writing that and just answer the questions on the basis of that info. So I have written all this info on the next page as well, as you can see in these two tables. So there is one table, right, which is of clothing, produce, electronics. These are all in terms of percentages, right? And these are all the values where I have assumed x as 100, right? So therefore, if you assume s as 100, you get all these values as cost, revenue, profit. Whenever it is needed, you can of course change them as per your choice. Okay, Rahul is asking for the fourth part. Rahul, in the fourth part, he says, in 2018, revenue from clothing was same as cost from produce. Revenue from clothing is 40% of revenue. Cost from produce is 50% of cost. The cost was already known as 2x. So 50% of 2x is equal to x. That should be 40% of revenue. If 40% of revenue is x, what is revenue? It is 2.5x. It is x divided by 0.4. X divided by 0.4 will give you 2.5x, and that way you can easily get these two tables. The tables are there. The question is done for you. Now just look at the questions. What was the percentage profit of the store in 2018? So 200 was the cost, 50 was the profit. So what is the percentage profit? It is 50 divided by 200. Can I say the percentage profit was 25%? So the answer for the first question is 25%. Move to the second one. What was the ratio of the revenue generated from the produce department in 17 to that in 18? So in 2017, whatever the revenue is generated from the produce department, to that of 2018, whatever is the revenue generated by produce department over here. So somehow I have not written the table, right? So I have this table on the previous page. Let me just go to that. So produce department in 2018 had a revenue of 40% and a cost of 50%. Okay, and 17 में revenue was 40%. So दोनों ही जगह पे ये 40% ही आ रहा है. And this is what the question is asking you probably कि 2017 का revenue का 2018 के. So this is 40% of 400 and this is 40% of 250. And can I say the ratio would be same as that of 400 and 250. तो 25 से cancel out कर दीजिए. It will be 16. It will be equal to 10. Further 2 से cancel out हो जाएगा. It will be equal to 8:5. A option is the correct answer. I repeat, point is दोनों ही जगह पे produce was 40% of that. तो रेशियो निकालते वक्त 40% and 40% would cancel out. जो रेशियो 400 और 250 का आएगा वही रेशियो उसका भी आएगा. So the answer is 8:5 here. Next question. What percentage of the total profits for the store in 16 was from electronics department? तो electronics department से कितना profit आ रहा है उसका रेशियो हमसे what percentage of the total profit for 16? The total profit for 16 is 100. Total profit for 16 is 100. What percentage of that from electronics department? Now look at electronics department. Their revenue is 50%. 50% of total revenue, 200 ka 50% is equal to 100. Their cost is 30%. 30% of total cost 100, that is equal to 30. So can I say 70 rupees profit came from electronics? Total profit is 100. So what percentage of total came from electronics? I can say 70% of that came from electronics. So the answer for this question is 70%. मैं फिर रिपीट करता हूं यहाँ पे. टोटल रेवेन्यू 200 है जिसमें से इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का है 50%, दैट इज इक्वल टू 100. टोटल कॉस्ट 100 है जिसमें से रेवेन्यू इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का है 30%, दैट इज इक्वल टू 30. सो द प्रॉफिट टोटल आता है इन दोनों का डिफरेंस 100, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से आता है 70. What percentage is that? It is 70% as the question is asking you. And the last one now. What was the approximate difference in profit percentages of the store in 17 and 18? 17 में profit percentage कितना है? 300 पे 100 का profit है, which is 33.33%. 18 में profit कितना है? 200 पे 50 का profit है, that is 25%. What is the difference between them? 33.33 minus 25 is 8.33. So therefore my answer for this question is 8.3. These were the 4 questions based upon this first set. I hope you would have seen once the table is there with us, automatically the questions becomes extremely easy because you just have to look at the table and you have to answer the questions. So in a paper where you see that at 11 or 12 questions you are getting approximately 95 percentile, one such set is straight away giving you 4 questions. I would definitely say this set is surely worth doing. करना ही चाहिए मेरे ख्याल से. 4 क्वेश्चन सीधे सीधे फ्री के मिलते हैं मेरे ख्याल से ऐसा. Okay, that was the first set for all of you. We'll move on to the second set now. Here is the second set, which is based upon scheduling and metrics. Just have a look at this. After that we will start solving it. Just read it for once. एक बार पढ़ लीजिए. I hope you all are able to understand whatever I am teaching. If you have any problem, just let me know. Any problem, any question, any doubts? So we have 3 doctors, Dr. Ben, Dr. Kane and Dr. Wayne visit a clinic from Monday to Saturday to see patients. Ben sees each patient for 10 minutes, charges 100 rupees. Ken sees each patient for 15 minutes, charges 200 rupees. And Dr. Wayne sees each patient for 25 minutes and charges 300. The clinic has 3 rooms numbered 1, 2 and 3 assigned to the 3 doctors as per the following table. So he says on Monday and Tuesday, this is the order in which they see. In room 1 we have Ben, right? In room 2 we have Kane. In the room 3 we have Wayne. Similarly, ऐसे ही Wayne, Ben, Kane ये order है Wednesday, Thursday को. Kane, Wayne and Ben, that's the order on Friday and Saturday. This is how they are doing it. Okay? There is some more information over here. Just have a look at this now. So here is more information. Just read it, guys, all of you. The clinic is open from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., which means for exactly 2.5 hours, or you can say 150 minutes. The clinic is open from Monday to Saturday. On arrival, each patient is handed a number token indicating their position in the queue, starting with token number 1. As soon as any doctor is free, the next patient in the queue enters that emptied room for consultation. If more than one room is free at any time, then the waiting patient enters the room with the smallest number. So, वैसे तो I hope that you would have understood by this only, but they have given an example as well for that. That if the next 2 patients in the queue have token number 7 and 8, and room suddenly 1 and 3, they both become free. So, person number 7 will go to room number 1, person number 8 will go to room number 3. Right? So if only room number 3 is empty, person number 7 will go to that. If 1 and 3 both are empty, 7 will go to 1, 8 will go to 3. Basically, the preference would always be given to the smaller room number. This is what he is saying. Okay? जहां भी free होगा वहां पे customer चला जाएगा. So in general जैसा होता है, if you have a token number which is lower than others, तो पहले आपको chance मिलेगा that okay you go to the doctor first. But do you see that 2 rooms are empty? Then you would be like, अच्छा मैं किस room में जाऊं? Then they would say, okay, you go to room number 1, the smaller room number. जो second आदमी होगा उसको next room number में भेज देंगे, and that way they would go on. Next. अब ये सब information मेरे पास है. This table is also there. So I have just made this table. You don't have to make it. I have just made it to explain it to you once. Okay? Otherwise, you do not have to make this large table. I'm just explaining once to you that Ben here, of course, he would enter into the room at 9 o'clock, right? Then after that, the first patient would be free at 9:10. He would take the next patient. Next patient would be taken at 9:20. Next patient would be taken at 9:30. 9:40, so on and so forth. Similarly, Kane, he would take the first patient at 9 o'clock, next patient at 9:15 because he takes 15 minutes on every patient. Then next patient at 9:30, next at 9:45, next at 10 o'clock, that ways. Whereas Wayne would take the first patient at 9, then next at 9:25, then next at 9:50, then next at 10:15, then next at 10:40. This is how he would be seeing his patients. This is the process on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, Thursday, the only thing that will be happening is कि ये वाला जो चीज है वो यहाँ आ जाएगा with Bain, और जो Kane वाला picture है, this would go over here, and this picture would actually come over here. Similarly, the order is going to change in the upcoming days as Friday and Saturday as well. And then we have to answer the questions. Let's start with the first question. What is the maximum number of patients that the clinic can cater to on any single day? So can I say maximum number of patients can be catered when no doctor is free? Whenever they just are free from a patient, the next patient comes in. So there are a total of 150 minutes for each of the doctors in a day. When I talk about this person who is Ben, he takes 10 minutes to see one patient. So 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So can I say he can see a total of 15 patients in a day? This person takes 15 minutes in a day. So how many patients can see in a day? 10 patients in a day, 150 by 15. This person takes 25 minutes on a patient. So how many patients he can see in a day? 150 by 25, 6. 15 plus 10 plus 6, 31 is the total number of patients that they can see in a day. This one single question can be answered pretty fast, because one simple thing is, whenever the question says maximum of this or minimum of this, you always assume things from your perspective. I mean, you would say, अच्छा maximum patients देखने हैं, so we will assume that the doctor is never free. जैसे ही free होता है, next patient comes in and he starts seeing that patient. So this is what you have to do. Okay. So for this question, the answer is 31. I am sure all of you have understood this question pretty well. I'll move on to the next question now. That is question number 2. The queue is never empty on one particular Saturday. इसका मतलब, again, we are talking about every doctor is always busy. Which of the 3 doctors would earn the maximum amount in consultation charges on that day? So सबसे ज़्यादा पैसा कौन कमाएगा? This is what the question is. We have simply seen, first guy has taken 15 consultations, whereas he is charging 100 rupees per consultation. So he would earn 1500 rupees. Second person will see 10 patients. He charges 200 per patient. So he will, have 2000 rupees. Third one will see 6 patients, charges 300 per person. So he would be having 1800 rupees. So maximum consultation charges would be collected by the second person, that is Mr. Kane. So A option is the right answer. Though in this question I would say इतना भी करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. I could have said Ben is charging 10 rupees per minute. Ken is charging approximately how much per minute? It is approximately 13.3 per minute. Whereas Wen is charging 12 rupees per minute. So if all 150 minutes are used, so whoever is having the highest rate, right, that person would be charging the highest. The highest rate is for K, because they have equal number of minutes, but per minute charges are highest for Ken. So therefore Ken is the person who will be having the highest consultation charges. That was question number 2. I'll move on to the third one now. Mr. Singh visited the clinic on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, arriving at 8:50 a.m. on each of the 3 days. His token number was 13 on all 3 days. On which day was he at the clinic for the maximum duration? तो सबसे ज्यादा देर वो क्लिनिक पे कब रहा? This is what the question is asking. So what I have done, just to explain it to you, I repeat, just आपको समझाने के लिए मैंने चीजें पहले से लिख के रखी हैं. At what time the person enters, at what time the person would be free, and that we have to figure out from here. Okay. Let us say on Monday or Tuesday, Mr. Singh visited. Can I say, first of all, patient number 1 will go to room number 1. Patient number 2 will go to room number 2. Patient number 3 will go to room number 3. Right? Then, room number 1 would be free at 9:10. So, patient number 4 would go here. Patient number 5 would go here at 9:15. Patient number 6 would go here at 9:20. Patient number 7 would go here at 9:25. Patient number 8 now. Now, both the rooms get free at 9:30, right? Both of them get free at 9:30. In such a case, as we have already discussed, first patient will go to the smaller room number. So patient number 8 would go here. Patient number 9 would go here. 8 यहाँ चला जाएगा, 9 यहाँ चला जाएगा. Then patient number 10, he would go at 9:40. Patient number 11 would go at 9:45. Patient number 12 and 13 have a choice. One of them would go here, one of them would go here. Of course, 12 will go to the smaller one, 13 will go to the larger one. 12 यहाँ जाएगा, 13 यहाँ. Mr. Singh is token number 13. So Mr. Singh will be entering here at 9:50. And this doctor is Dr. Venn. He takes 25 minutes. So 9:50 plus 25 minutes. Can I say Mr. Venn would be free today at 10:15? I hope you got my point. Okay? He would be free at 10:15. ये मेरे ख्याल से आप सब लोग समझ गए होंगे. There would not be a problem at this case. Then talk about the second case. What if he is going on Wednesday or Thursday? Person number 1, 2, 3. Now can do that pretty fast. Then person number 4 would come here. Person number 5 would come here. Person number 6 would come here. Person number 7 would go here. Person number 8 would go here. 9 will go here. Then 10 will go here. 11 is here. And then again I have 12 and 13 for these two places. One would go here at 9:50. One would go here at 9:50. एक यहाँ पे, एक यहाँ पे. But this time, this is 12 and this is 13. So today he'll go to this place and he'll be free by 10 o'clock because the doctor he visited was Dr. this. Okay, Dr. Ben. He takes only 10 minutes. So today he's going to be free at exactly 10 o'clock. And can I say I need not check this because again he would be entering at 9:50. But if he goes to any other doctor, he would be either free at 10:15 or he would be free at what time? और कौन सा time था हमारे पास? ये रहा 10:50. So either he would be free at 10:15 or he would be free at 10:15 here as well. In any case, he would going to be free at 10:15 in such cases. So therefore, I am saying that the earliest time, right, is this and the maximum possible time is this. Question कह रहा हूँ, which day was he at the clinic for maximum duration? मंडे या ट्यूसडे में से कोई एक आंसर होगा. मंडे यहाँ पे दे रखा है, ट्यूसडे नहीं दे रखा है. सो देयरफॉर माय आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी. समहाउ बीच में मैं चला गया इस तरफ कि स्मॉलेस्ट ड्यूरेशन कब लेगा, लेकिन क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है लार्जेस्ट ड्यूरेशन. लार्जेस्ट ड्यूरेशन वुड बी ऑन मंडे एंड ट्यूसडे. सो 10:15 पे जब फ्री होगा, दैट इज द लार्जेस्ट पॉसिबल ड्यूरेशन. बेसिकली कहने का मतलब ये है ऑन एनी ऑफ द डेज ही वुड बी गोइंग इनटू द रूम एट 9:50. सवाल सिर्फ ये 9:50 पे विच रूम ही एंटर्स, विद द डॉक्टर हु टेक्स 10 मिनट्स और विद द डॉक्टर हु टेक्स 15 मिनट्स और विद द डॉक्टर हु टेक्स 25 मिनट्स. सो जहां पे लार्जेस्ट टाइम लगेगा वो तो वही लगेगा जहां पे डॉक्टर लार्जेस्ट टाइम वो वाला है हमारे पास 25 मिनट्स वाला. सो देयरफॉर माय आंसर इज 10:15 ओनली. I hope you have understood now. So I'll move ahead from this. That was problem number 7 for us, okay, from set number 2. Now I'll move on to problem number 8. On a slow Thursday, only 2 patients are waiting at 9 a.m. After that, 2 patients keep arriving at exact 15 minutes intervals at 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, etc. Then the duration in minutes when all 3 doctors are simultaneously free, that we have to figure out. Let's have a look at this now. So he's talking about a Thursday. So we are talking about this day now. So just pay attention to this part. Thursday वाले part पे देखना है. 2 patients were waiting at 9 a.m. So this guy would come in room number 1, room number 2, room number 3. Mr. Venn takes 25 minutes to treat. This person takes 10 minutes. This person takes 15 minutes. He will take the first patient at 9 o'clock and he would be free at 9:25. Okay. Second patient will go to him and he would be free at 9:10. Now the point is, at 9:10 he is free, but the patient is going to come at 9:15. The patient would appear at 9:15. I hope you are getting my point, because the next 2 patients now, they would be coming at 9:15. When the next 2 patients would come at 9:15, one of the patients would come to this room number 2. Okay, one of the patients would come to room number 2 because the smaller room is room number 2 and room number 2 and 3 both are free. One is occupied. One में तो अभी काम चल रहा है patient number 1 पे. The second patient would enter into room 3. तो 9:15 पे जब वो यहाँ enter करेगा, the second patient would enter at 9:15 and he would be free by 9:30. Now the point is, this patient will get free at 9:25. This patient will free at 9:25. This guy would be free at 9:30, and the next two patients are going to come at 9:30 only. So at 9:30, I see all the three doctors will be free, and again two patients appear. All three doctors are free at 9:30, and again two patients appear. So situation would repeat just like this. First patient will go to this place. Second patient will go to this place. Third patient would be waiting. Third patient तो अभी तक है ही नहीं. So this doctor would be waiting. This patient would be free at 9:55. ये doctor free हो जाएगा at 9:40. Next two patients are going to appear at 9:45. एक 9:45 पे इसके पास चला जाएगा. एक 9:45 पे इसके पास चला जाएगा. This guy would be free at 9:55. This person would be free at 10 o'clock. This person would be free at 9:55. But the next two patients are going to appear at 10 o'clock. So again, at 10 o'clock, the situation would repeat itself. So it never happens that all three doctors are free. ये तो कभी हो ही नहीं रहा. 9 से 9:25, this was working. When this was free, from 9:25 to 9:30, this doctor was working. So तीनों free हो ऐसा तो time ही नहीं आ रहा. And after every half an hour, the situation starts repeating. So therefore, there is zero time for which all three are free. That has never happened. The answer is 0 for this set. Diluted gaming is asking, sir, calculator allowed है क्या? Yes, it is allowed, but it is an on-screen calculator. आप अपने घर से लेके नहीं जाएंगे. It is given on the screen and you have to use that. So in this particular set, I would say the last two questions were actually tricky, slightly lengthy. But the first two questions were very easy. भाई कितने कस्टमर आप देख सकते हैं? 31. That was pretty easy. Second, who will have the maximum possible money with him at the end of the day? That was also very easy. So दो questions तो definitely आसान थे. The remaining two were difficult. So I would always suggest, if you are doing this question, this set in the exam, do the first two questions, leave it. So slightly lengthy, the last two was, लेकिन पहले जो दो थे वो तो आसान थे. They should have been done, right? बाद वाले दो छोड़े जा सकते हैं. Okay, that was set number 2. I'll move on to set number 3 from here, which is a question from Venn diagrams, and this was slightly different kind of Venn diagram. So there is something important that I'm going to teach you here. Just have a look at this. Students in a college are discussing two proposals. A proposal A by the authorities to introduce dress code on campus, and proposal B by the students to allow multinational food franchises to set up outlets on college campus. A student does not necessarily support either of the two proposals, right? In an upcoming election for student union president, there are two candidates in fray, Sunita and Ragini. Every student prefers one of the two candidates. So there are two things. Students have to choose one of the two proposals. Though they can choose both the proposals, they can choose none of the proposals. They also have to choose one of those two candidates, Sunita or Ragini, but they must prefer one of the two. That means none is not a possibility, both is not a possibility. So in proposals, there is an intersection possible, but in the candidates, there is no intersection possible. This is what he is telling. Let's have a look at more data. Then there is a few more data given to us. 250 students supported proposal A, 250 supported proposal B, 200 students who preferred Sunita, they propose 80% supported proposal A. So there is a mixture of people supporting Sunita and A, people supporting Ragini and A, people supporting Sunita and B, Ragini and B, Sunita and both, Ragini and both, Sunita and none, Ragini and none. Everyone has to support Sunita or Ragini, but they might be in proposal A or proposal B. They might not be in proposal A or proposal B. So this is one kind of Venn diagram that you can make here. This is proposal A, proposal B. They have an intersection area between them. They have an intersection area between them because people can support both of them as well. These are the people who are supporting Sunita. These are the people who are supporting Ragini. But there is no person here who is supporting a proposal but not supporting Sunita or Ragini. No person here who is supporting proposal B but not supporting Sunita or Ragini, right? And what is this area? ये area भी 0 हो जाएगा. ये एरिया भी 0 हो जाएगा, ये बोथ के एरियाज हैं, बोथ वाले एरियाज लिखने बड़े मुश्किल हो जाएंगे. सो देयर वर अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स इन दिस डेटा सेट. सो आई वाज गेटिंग इट क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट. आई फाउंड अ बेटर वे ऑफ मेकिंग दिस सेट. जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट दिस सेट एज वेल. In my opinion, what did I do? I made some squares rather than some circles. This square is representing people who supports A. This square represents people who support B. So this is the common area, people who support A as well as B. And people outside the two squares are the people who support none. So supporting A, supporting B, and outside we have people who support none. Next, these are the people who support Ragini. So these are the people supporting Ragini and A only, Ragini and B only, Ragini and A and B both, Ragini and none of the two. These are the people who are supporting Sunita. So Sunita only, Sunita and A, Sunita A and B, Sunita and B. So that way we have to fill it up and then we can move on. I found this the best way of making this data set. You might say ये कैसे strike करेगा? Of course, लेकिन एग्जाम के टाइम पे I just thought of it कि A और B में कुछ कॉमन भी चाहिए मुझे, right? सुनीता और रागिनी में कुछ कॉमन नहीं चाहिए, but they should be intersecting with A and B. So therefore I thought of making this data set and that will make your job pretty easy. Just try to do it. एक बार करके देखिए, आपको अच्छा लगेगा, समझ में आएगा. Let's start doing it. 500 people are there, 2 students Sunita and Ragini. Every student prefers one of the two candidates. 250 students supported proposal A. So proposal A is supported by 250 people. 250 students supported proposal B. So 250 students supported proposal B. तो ये भी 250 आ गए. Among the 200 students who preferred Sunita as union president, so 200 people are supporting Sunita as president. So can I say 300 would be supporting Ragini as president? The reason, every student prefers one of the two. 500 students, 200 are supporting Sunita, so remaining 300 would be supporting Ragini. Simple sa point hai. 80% of them supported proposal A. Currently I can't make it, forget about it. Among those who preferred Ragini, that means among 300, 30% supported proposal A. तो ये area 30% of 300 होगा. अभी भी उसके दो areas बनेंगे. Let's forget about it. 20% of those who supported B preferred Sunita. So जितने भी B को prefer कर रहे हैं उसमें से 20% सुनीता को prefer कर रहे हैं. That means these two areas are 20% of 250. ये भी अभी use नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Let's forget about it. 40% of those who did not support proposal B preferred Ragini. Too many variables. Every student who preferred Sunita and supported proposal B also supported proposal A. This is important. If a student prefers Sunita, that means he is inside the black box, and supported B, he is also inside the blue box. That means these two areas, black box में भी है और blue box में भी है. He will also have to support A. That means you will have a 0 over here. Is that right, everyone? You can't just support Sunita and proposal A, B. You will also have to support proposal A. This is what the question is saying. कि अगर सुनीता को प्रपोज कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं, सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और प्रपोजल बी को भी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, you have to support proposal A as well. This area would become 0 here. I hope all of you got my point here. Please जल्दी बताइए मुझे through the chat box. ये बात मेरी समझ आ गई आप सबको? Next, among those who preferred Ragini, that means among the green boxes, 20% did not support any of the proposals. So 300 ka 20% is 60. 60 people did not support any proposal. Can I say this area is 60? 60 people did not support any proposal. So among the people who support Ragini, matlab in the green box, 20% did not support any proposal. इसका मतलब जो right वाला area वो हमारे पास 60 आ गया. Now we will start using the previous informations which we have not used yet. करना शुरू करो जरा. देखो. Among the 200 people who preferred Sunita as union president, 80% supported proposal A. Okay, यहाँ से एक important बात आ गई. 200 people supported Sunita. 80% of them supported A. 200 का 80% is 160. So can I say these two areas will add up to 160? And this area is 0. So this area must be 200 minus 0 minus 160, which is 40. Right? टोटल चारों एरियाज का सम 200 है. इन दोनों का सम 160 होना है. दिस एरिया हैज बिकम 0, तो ये बन गया 40. सीधा सीधा सेकंड स्टेटमेंट वी हैव यूज्ड. नेक्स्ट, अमंग दोज हु प्रेफर्ड रागनी, रागनी को कितने प्रेफर कर रहे हैं? 300. 30% सपोर्टेड प्रपोजल A. So 300 का 30% is 90. So 90 people are supporting A. So these two areas will add up to 90. और ये है 60. 90 plus 60 150. So remaining 150 must be here. If 90 people supported A, 60 people supported none. So remaining 150 people supported B. So this area would be 150. Next. 20% of those who supported B. कितने लोग support कर रहे हैं B को? 250. 20% of those. So 250 का 20% is 50. Supported proposal. Who supported proposal B? Preferred Sunita. So out of these 250 people, 50 preferred Sunita. So Sunita को prefer करने वाले 50 हैं. So these two areas are equal to 50. जिसमें से this area is already 0. So this area would automatically become 50 and hence this area would be 110, क्योंकि तो पहले ही दे रखा हम लोगों को. This would become 110. बचा सिर्फ ये वाला एरिया, ये वाला और फिलअप करना है. एवरी स्टूडेंट हु प्रेफर्ड सुनीता, अच्छा ये हम लोग यूज कर चुके हैं. मेरे ख्याल से कौन सा बचा है? 40% ऑफ दोज हु डिड नॉट सपोर्ट प्रपोजल बी. 40% ऑफ दोज हु डिड नॉट सपोर्ट प्रपोजल बी. बी को सपोर्ट ना करने वाले कितने हैं? 40 प्लस 110 प्लस 60 प्लस दिस एरिया. वो कह रहा है इन सबका 40% दे सपोर्ट प्रपोजल, they preferred Ragini. इसका मतलब this area plus this area is 40% of these four areas. Okay? This area plus this area. लेकिन ये सब जरूरत नहीं है ना हम लोगों को. मैं फालतू में मेहनत कर रहा हूं यार. सिंपल सी बात ये सोचो ना, ये टोटल 250 था, उसमें से 150 आ गया, 0 आ गया, 50 आ गया, तो ये 50 बचा. और ये टोटल 250 है, so 50 50 100 210, so that means ये 40 बचा. That's it, our job is done. खत्म हो गया. We don't even use this statement number 5. Unnecessarily मुश्किल बना रही थी चीज को. I hope you got my point. This square B should add up to 250. 3 areas we already had. Subtract करके चौथा एरिया मिल गया. Square A should add up to 250. जिसमें से 3 areas मिल गए तो चौथा एरिया मिल गया 40. And that's all. Our job is done. Now we have all the figures. We can answer the questions. Is there anyone who is having a doubt at any point? Please type in the chat box. I see no messages. सिर्फ राहुल ने यस बोला है, बाकी किसी ने कुछ नहीं बोला है. मेरे ख्याल से आप सबको एक क्लियर हो गया होगा. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम आई कैन से आपको आई होगी तो वो ये कि ये दिमाग में कैसे आए कि ये फिगर बनानी है. ठीक है, तो वही एक चीज है जो बेसिकली उस पर थोड़ा सा आपका टाइम लग सकता है. अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग एल्स इज इजी. इन द लास्ट पार्ट राहुल आई एम सेइंग कि जो सर्कल ऑफ बी है, स्क्वायर ऑफ बी, उसका सम 250 होना चाहिए. बट 3 ऑफ द फिगर्स आर 50 0 150. तो जो रिमेनिंग एरिया हुआ वो 50 हुआ, राइट. एंड देन स्क्वायर ए इज 250, जिसमें से 3 एरियाज आर 110 50 50. वो तीनों माइनस कर दो तो एक जो एरिया बचा दैट इज 40. तो उससे हमारे पास सारे एरियाज मिल गए. लुक एट द क्वेश्चंस. अमंग द स्टूडेंट सर्वेड हु सपोर्टेड प्रपोजल ए, कितने कर रहे थे? 250 प्रपोजल ए को. व्हाट परसेंटेज प्रेफर्ड सुनीता. तो सुनीता को प्रेफर करने वाले कितने हैं? 110 प्लस 50 160. 160 is what percentage of 250? This is what the question is asking you. So this is equal to 64%. So 64% is the right answer for the first question. Then comes the second one. What percentage of students surveyed who did not support proposal A? Proposal A को support जो नहीं कर रहे हैं, मतलब इन सबको हटा के जो बच गए. How many of them preferred Ragini as student union? तो है कितने ही है? 150 plus 60 210 plus 40 250 plus 0 250. इनमें से how many of them preferred Ragini? Ragini को प्रेफर करने वाले हैं 150 plus 60 210. So what percentage it is? 84%. So answer for this question is 84%. That was question number 2. Then comes question number 3. What percentage of the students surveyed who supported both proposals A and B? That means these people, 100 people. How many of them preferred Sunita as union president? Sunita को prefer करने वाले कितने? 50. So the answer is 50%. Half of them. 100 में से 50 Sunita को prefer कर रहे हैं. That is 50%. And last, how many of the students surveyed supported proposal B? जितनों ने B को support किया, that is 250. Did not support proposal A. ए को सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं मतलब ये हटा दो, एंड प्रेफर्ड रागनी एज स्टूडेंट यूनियन प्रेसिडेंट मतलब ये वाले लोग जो रागनी को प्रेफर कर रहे हैं. सो देयरफॉर माय आंसर इज 150. बी को सपोर्ट करने वाले, राइट, ए को सपोर्ट ना करने वाले, एंड हु प्रेफर्ड रागनी एज स्टूडेंट यूनियन प्रेसिडेंट, so they are 150 people. So that is the answer. So I repeat, this set was not difficult if you just understand this Venn diagram कि ये कैसे बनाना है, then you could have done it easily. But yes, if that takes time, that is the only time that is taken. But yes, exam time में click नहीं करता. So from exams perspective, probably I would put it in the difficult category only. So till now the questions doable were first 4 questions of the first set, फर्स्ट 2 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ द सेकंड सेट. ठीक है, अभी तक ये 6 क्वेश्चंस हमें डूएबल मिले हैं. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू सेट नंबर 4 नाउ. अब उस पे आ जाते हैं. हियर इज सेट नंबर 4 फ्रॉम स्कैटर प्लॉट. हैव अ लुक एट दिस. टू कंपेयर द रेनफॉल डेटा, इंडिया मेटीरियोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट कैलकुलेटेड द लॉन्ग पीरियड एवरेज ऑफ रेनफॉल during period June to August for each of the 16 states. The figure given shows the actual rainfall measured in millimeters during June to August 19 and percentage deviation from LPA of respective states in 2018. Each state along with its actual rainfall is presented in the figure here. So here what is he giving you? Actual rainfall is given from June to August 2019. Deviation from the LPA is given in terms of percentages. ठीक है कि LPA से कितना deviate कर रहा है. What is LPA? It's a long period average, right? So कोई long period रहा होगा, वो period कहीं जरूरत पड़ेगी तो he would tell you. So whatever is the long period average, how much is the deviation of that? That is also mentioned. For example, let's take any example. समझ जाते हैं उससे. Let me talk about Assam over here. Assam के बारे में बात करते हैं. This figure is giving you 600. That means the actual rainfall in 2019 in Assam, actual rainfall in 2019 is 600 mm. But on the y-axis, it is lying on minus 10%. Right? It is minus 10%. That means it is 10% less than the long period average. So 600 is 10% less than the LPA. Less इसलिए बोल रहा हूं क्योंकि वो minus 10% पे पड़ रहा है. तो इसके पहले एक long period का जो average होता था, for a long period, whatever was the average of the rainfall, this year the actual rainfall in Assam, it was 10% less than that average. This is what it is saying. For the other figures as well, it would be exactly of the same time. I'm sure that this is clear now. Now, we have to answer the questions on the basis of this information. Let's have a look at the questions. If a heavy monsoon state is defined as a state with actual rainfall from June to August of 900 mm or more, then approximately what percentage of heavy monsoon states have a negative deviation from respective LPAs? तो पहली बात, what are the heavy monsoon states for which 900 mm or more is the actual rainfall? ऐसे कौन कौन से हैं? So कहने से one is Maharashtra, Sikkim, Mizoram, Arunachal, Kerala, Meghalaya and Goa. They all are having a rainfall of 900 mm or more. So that means they all are heavy monsoon states. So there are 7 heavy monsoon states. Question is, how many of them have a negative deviation from LPA? Negative deviation, that means they are below this line of 0. Below this line of 0 are only 3, Arunachal, Kerala and Meghalaya. So 3 out of 7 are below this. 3 out of 7 is 42%. C option is the right answer. Isn't it a very easy question? Tell me fast, understood or not? बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन नहीं है. 900 से बड़े और negative deviation वाले, that means below the line of 0%. So below the line of 0% we have 3 और 900 से ऊपर we have a total of 7. So 3 out of 7 is 42.86%. That becomes the right answer for this first question. Let's move on to the second one now. Second के बारे में बात करते हैं. If a low monsoon state is defined as a state with actual rainfall of 750 or less, अब की बार लो मानसून की बात करें, let's see what are the low monsoon states. 750 or less कौन कौन से बने? गुजरात is there, कर्नाटका is there, राजस्थान is there, MP is there, आसाम is there, वेस्ट बंगाल, झारखंड, दिल्ली 400, सॉरी मणिपुर, ये सब लो मानसून स्टेट्स हुए. इन सभी में क्वेश्चन क्या कह रहे हैं ना, what is the median deviation from LPA? What is median? Median is the value which lies in the middle in ascending or descending order. He says it's defined in the y-axis. LPA जो है उसके basis पे आप बताओ median बताओ. तो of course LPA जो है ये तो already y-axis पे it is already arranged. The values on the higher side are above, on the above side of the table. Lower side are below the table. So सारी ऐसे ही formed है. So Gujarat is having the highest LPA, followed by Karnataka, Rajasthan, MP, Assam, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Delhi, Manipur. तो वो already arranged है in an order. Median is the value in the middle. So can I say in the middle we have this figure which is Assam. There are 4 above it, there are 4 below it, and Assam has a deviation of -10. So therefore the median deviation is equal to -10%. लॉ मॉनसून स्टेट्स आर टोटल 9. उन 9 में से मीडियन जो बीच में आती है एलपीए के हिसाब से दैट इज आसाम, एंड आसाम हैज अ डेविएशन ऑफ -10. दिस इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन वाज आस्किंग अस. सो -10 इज द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट, मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. What is the average rainfall of all states that have an average rainfall of 600 or less? तो वो 600 और लेस तो मेरे ख्याल से अभी हमने देखे ही थे. गुजरात, कर्नाटका, राजस्थान, एमपी, आसाम, वेस्ट बंगाल, झारखंड, दिल्ली, मणिपुर, ये सब है. एंड हैव ए नेगेटिव डेविएशन फ्रॉम एलपीए. तो इन चारों को हटा देता हूं, नेगेटिव डेविएशन वाले ये सब है. सो व्हाट इज द एवरेज रेनफॉल ऑफ दिस? तो लेट्स कैलकुलेट. आसाम के लिए इट इज 600, वेस्ट बंगाल के लिए 600, झारखंड इज 400, दिल्ली इज 300, मणिपुर इज 400, divided by 5 is the average deviation, sorry, average rainfall. 6 plus 6 12 plus 4 16 plus 3 19 plus 4 23. 2300 divided by 5 gives you 460 mm is the average deviation. So I somehow feel that this again is a very easy set, just like the first one. Normally आप देखोगे DI based question आसान होते हैं. First 4 questions were DI, all easy, and 3 questions we have already done of this set, all 3 easy. 7th already हमें easy मिल चुके हैं, and 2 questions from the second set as well. So till now we have found 9 easy questions from the first 4 sets, and here comes the last question of this set now. LP of a state for a year is defined as the average rainfall in preceding 10 years, considering the period of June to August. For example, LPA in 18 is average rainfall from 9 to 18. LPA in 19 is average rainfall from 10 to 19. It is also observed that actual rainfall in Gujarat in 19 is 20% more than the rainfall in 2009. LPA of Gujarat in 19 is closest to what? गुजरात के बारे में बात हो रही है, LPA के बारे में बात हो रही है. Let's check that. गुजरात का जो अगर मैं LPA देखता हूं in 2019, how much is that? So in 2019 the LPA of Gujarat, ये रहा गुजरात, okay? The LPA is equal to how much? It is equal to 25%. Okay? And the actual rainfall of Gujarat in 2019, can I say it is 600 mm? यहाँ पर देखिए जरा एक बार. Gujarat has an LPA of 25% and an actual rainfall of 600 mm. LPA of 25% का क्या मतलब है? It is telling you that this LPA is 25% more than the last year's rainfall. This 600 rainfall is 25% more than the last year's rainfall. So can I say the rainfall of 2018, the rainfall of 2018 must have been 600 upon 1.25, that is 480. Why upon 1.25? It is 25% more than the previous year. नहीं? कोई चीज अगर लास्ट ईयर से 25% ज्यादा है, हाउ डू यू गेट दैट फिगर? यू डिवाइड बाय 1.25, यू डोंट सब्ट्रैक्ट 25%. तो जो भी लास्ट ईयर का फिगर था उससे 25% ज्यादा है तो 1.25 से डिवाइड कर दो, यू विल गेट द रेनफॉल फॉर 2018 एज वेल. ओके, सो इतना इजी एग्जाम में आएगा, ये एग्जाम का ही है. सो आई हैव नॉट चेंज्ड इट. दीज आर एक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम कैट 2019 में आ चुके हैं. हाँ जी. It is also observed that actual rainfall in Gujarat in 2019 is 20% more than rainfall in 2019. So can I say actual rainfall in 2009? Okay, sorry, ये rainfall नहीं था, ये तो LPA था. यहाँ मैंने rainfall लिख दिया, LPA था. हाँ जी. 2009 की अगर मैं बात कर रहा हूं तो रेनफॉल वो कह रहा है इट वाज हाउ मच 20% मोर है ये 2019 में. सो इट विल बी 600 डिवाइडेड बाय 1.2 which is equal to 500. So what all do we have till now, and what is the question asking you? We have LPA of 2018, वो आया हमारा 480 mm, which is here. We have actual rainfall of 2019, that is 600 mm. We have actual rainfall of 2009, that is 500 mm. And question is asking you the LPA of 2019 कि ये बताइए क्या आएगा. How am I going to use them? Let's have a look at them कि कैसे यूज करें. देखिए LPA of 2018 आया कैसे होगा. It is the average rainfall of 2009 to 2018. और LPA of 2019 कैसे आएगा. It is the average rainfall of 2010 to 2019. Can I say if their average is 480, that means the total is 4800. Average अगर 480 है, total is 4800, 10 साल का. In 2019, 2009 is removed because 2010 से शुरू हो गया. And 2019 came in. 2009 went out, 2019 came in. That means 500 went out, 600 came in. So can I say total मेरा 4800 से 4900 हो जाएगा and my LPA would be 490 mm. समझ आई मेरी बात ये. मैं फिर रिपीट करता हूं एक बार. 2018 का LPA क्या है. It is the average of all the numbers from 2009 till 2018. So from 2009 to 2018, if the average is 480, so the total is 4800. To calculate the average of 10 to 19, that is the LPA of 2019, 2009 is removed, that means 500 is removed. 2019 is also taken, that means 600 is taken. So 500 goes, 600 comes in, total is increased by 100. And when the total is increased by 100, my LPA becomes 4900 by 100, that is 490 mm. That is the right answer for this question. This is one single question of this set which was slightly difficult, but the other three were easy. So in this whole of 4 sets I see, first set all 4 easy, second set first 2 easy, that makes it 6, third set difficult, fourth set 3 questions easy. We have got 9 easy questions in these 4 sets only. We will be doing another 4 sets in the next class, but yes, you would have understood by now that yes, these questions are pretty doable and it is very easy to score something like 95-96 percentile in your LRDI section in CAT. These were the 4 sets for today, guys. Thank you very much. I am sure that you all have understood these. Please do press the like button if you understood these sets, right? You found that you have got benefited by this session. We'll be doing next 4 sets in our next class now. Just stay connected to BYJU'S Exam Prep channel. So the next 4 I would be taking in the next class. So you'll be getting the schedule on the YouTube app itself. So for today, that's all from my side, and thank you very much, guys. Thanks for today. That's all for today. We'll meet now in the next class. Till then, bye bye and take